Welcome to the online class of English. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. In the name of Allah, the most merciful, the most beneficent. Assalamu alaikum. Dear educarians, I hope you will be fine and enjoying your online classes. We are studying unit number 10, Little Red Riding Hood and the Wolf. Learning objectives. By the end of this lesson, the students will be able to read and comprehend the story Little Red Riding Hood, learn some new words along with their meanings, learn word opposites. Dear students, you must have some stationery items, hold your pencils and keep your English textbooks with you. Before starting today's lesson, let's have a review. Dear students, in our previous lesson, we had studied that a hungry wolf came to Little Red Riding Hood's grandma's home and ate her up. He still was not satisfied and wanted to eat something more. So he put on grandma's clothes, coat and hat and started waiting for Little Red Riding Hood. It means he wanted to eat her as well. Let's see what happens next. Now open your textbooks on page number 105, 106, 107. You have to write day, date and today's task on all these three pages as I have shown you in the picture. I hope all of you have written day, date and today's task. So let's start reading. In came the little girl in red. She stopped, she stared, and then she said, "What great big ears you have, Grandma, all the better to hear you with." The wolf replied, "What great big eyes you have, Grandma," said Little Red Riding Hood. "All the better to see you with," the wolf replied. He sat there watching her and smiled. He thought, "I am going to eat this child," compared with her old grandmama. "She is going to taste like caviar." Then Little Red Riding Hood said, "But Grandma, what a lovely great big furry coat you have on." Let me explain you this stanza. The little girl came in her grandma's house. She suddenly stopped. वो रुकी. She stared. उसने हैरत से देखा. And then she said, और बोली, "What big great ears you have, Grandma," said the little girl. "Grandma, आपके कान कितने बड़े हैं." The wolf replied, "It's all to hear you better." इसलिए कि मैं आपको बेहतर तौर पर सुन सकूं. The little girl again said, "What great big eyes you have, Grandma." The clever wolf replied, "So that I can see you better." ताकि मैं आपको बेहतर तौर पर देख सकूं. He sat there watching her and smiled. The clever wolf thought, "I am going to eat this child. She is going to taste delicious, like seafood." Seafood means caviar, a seafood fish eggs. Samundari pakwan, as compared with her old grandma. Then the little girl again noticed and said, "What a lovely great big furry coat you have on, Grandma." Now hold your pencils and underline the dictation words from this stanza. The first word is replied, then underline caviar and then lovely. "That's wrong," cried Wolf. "Have you forgot to tell me what big teeth I have got? Ah well, no matter what you say, I am going to eat you anyway." As the little girl noticed her grandma's coat, she said to Wolf, "What a lovely furry coat you are wearing." But the wolf got angry and said, "That's wrong. Have you forgot to tell me what big teeth I have got? क्या तुम भूल गई मुझे बताना कि मेरे दांत कितने बड़े हैं?" "Ah well, no matter what you say," said the wolf. "I am going to eat you anyway." इससे कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता कि तुम क्या कहती हो, मैं फिर भी तुम्हें खा जाऊंगा. Underline the word forgot. Moving to the next page. The small girl smiles, one eyelid flickers, she whips a pistol from her knickers, she aims it at the creature's head, and bang, 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 she shoots him dead. The little girl smiles, she was not frightened. Flickers means blinking, jhapakna. She quickly takes out a pistol from her knickers. Here whips means bahir nikalna. She aims it at the creature's head means she pointed pistol at wolf's head. And bang, 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 she shoot the wolf dead. Now underline the word whips. A few weeks later in the wood, I came across Miss Riding Hood, but what a change! No cloak of red, no silly hood upon her head. She said, "Hello, and do please note my lovely furry wolf-skin coat." As we know, the wolf was dead. The little girl was safe. After a few years later in the wood, the poet met Miss Riding Hood. He was surprised to see the change. Miss Red Riding Hood was not wearing her red cap. No silly hood was on her head. She was changed. She was grown up. She said hello and asked to notice her lovely furry wolfskin coat that she was wearing. She was happy to kill the bad wolf. As we can see in the picture downside, she was happy at the end. I hope you have understood the poem clearly. Now underline the dictation word from this last stanza. Note. Next on page number 106 you have word meanings. So let's read the word meanings. First word is decent, proper, sufficient, munasib. Terrified, scared, खौफजदा, खतरनाक. Wailed, cried, चिल्लाना. Frightful, horrible, खतरनाक. Leer, cunning smile, मुस्कुराहट, खौफजदा कर देने वाली मुस्कुराहट. Note, take notice, to notice something. Whips, takes out quickly, जल्दी से कुछ बाहर निकालना. Horrid, terrible. खौफनाक. Grin, smile broadly, मुस्कुराहट. Caviar, a seafood, fish, eggs delicacy, समुद्री गजा का पकवान. Tough, strong, ताकतवर. Flickers, blinks, झपकना. Creature, a living thing, here the wolf. Silly, foolish, बेवकूफ. So these are your word meanings. On next page, you have word opposites. What are opposites? Opposites are the words with complete different meaning from the given word. It means दिए गए अल्फाज से बिल्कुल उल्टा अल्फाज. So here are some words. We have to write their opposites. So let's see. First word is sharp. Sharp means तेज. The opposite of sharp is blunt. कुंद, जो तेज ना हो. Next is horrid. खौफनाक. Pleasant, खुशगवार. Decent, मुहज़्ज़ब, reasonable, nice. Indecent, गैर मुहज़्ज़ब. Replied, जवाब देना. Asked, पूछना. Like, पसंद करना. Dislike, नापसंद करना. Later, देर से. Earlier, जल्दी. Lovely, खूबसूरत. Ugly, बदसूरत. Forgot, भूल जाना. Remembered, याद रखना. So students, you have seen that we have some words and we have learned their opposites, the completely different words from the given words. Now students, open your English notebooks. We are going to write the dictation words from today's lesson in our English notebooks. So, we will continue with our previous index. No need to write the index again. So let's write the dictation words from today's lesson. Yesterday we have written 4. So now starting from fifth one, the fifth one is caviar. Next is note. Next whips. replied, lovely. And the last one is forgot. Write all these dictation words on your English notebooks with neat and clean handwriting. Students, your home task is you have to learn and write the next dictation words on your English notebooks. Plus, you have to learn the word meanings and word opposites from your English textbooks. Learn all these things by heart. I hope you have enjoyed today's lesson. Thank you. Stay home, stay safe. Allah Hafiz.